How's it going, guys? So today we're going to go back to Black Ops 1 and talk about a little story theme that wasn't much expanded on. I'm not sure if many people knew about it because it didn't have much to it, but it's about the number 87 and how it appears on 2 weapons. So before I get into it, I do want to thank Black Ops Tiger from the CODS forums. He's an old school theorist back from World at War, and I don't think he's much active now, but he did write this thread that I'm basing most of this video off, so I will leave a link down in the description. Please go check it out, but he did write a very nice thread and theory about it. So, 87. The number 87 appeared on the VR11 and the wave gun. Now, it's a really odd connection because it doesn't appear on any other wonder weapon in the series, just those 2. So you automatically forge a connection between the 2. But it's a little strange, of course, because one's in Call of the Dead and one is, of course, on the moon. Now, we know with the wave guns, specifically the zap guns, they were created by H. Porter, who was a weapons creator, and he did create the ray gun. He was mentioned in World at War, who in turn would have created the wave gun because the zap guns become the wave gun. And I'll just spout off a little bit of trivia. H. Porter is based off Max Porter, who was a designer at Treyarch, and he designed the original ray gun. So of course they named a character after him, and they said that that character made the ray gun, and I believe they got him to design the wave gun and zap guns as well, which is why when Pack-a-Punched it's called the Max Wave Gun, as in Max Porter. So that's just a fun little reference for you guys. But yeah, H. Porter created the wave gun and the zap guns. And so with an 87 put on that, as well as the VR11, I think it's safe to assume that they were designed by the same creator. So H. Porter did the VR11, or you could say they're part of the same weapon group. Porter may not have necessarily developed the VR11, but they were part of the same series of weapons. But apart from those 2 weapons, no other weapon across all 4 games has an 87 on it. I believe the Lasat from Black Ops 2 does have an 87 on it, but I wouldn't count that because of course that's just a normal multiplayer weapon. So yeah, no 87s on any other gun. So you start looking for the number 87 in other parts of the story, and this is where Black Ops Tiger really shined. He did bridge the connection between the 2 that I don't think anyone would have remembered or realized. But it goes back to GK Nova 6. Now, for those of you who don't know, GK Nova 6 was the viral campaign that Treyarch did that was pretty much advertising Black Ops and I think a little bit of zombies as well. So yeah, before the game came out, Treyarch sent briefcases filled with GK Nova 6 stuff to certain people in the Call of Duty community. And one of those, of course, was the owner of the forum at the time, Carbon Fiber. Now, inside that briefcase was this image, this document. And when deciphered, it says, "From a part we may judge of the whole. MK Ultra, Bluebird, Artichoke. The past, the truth. Blome. Brought the evil. Someone hit it. God versus God. Believe in the Welties, and the dead start walking. Power, German knowledge. Beware of the black sun. Search the truth. It is still there. Son of the HUD. 4 letters. Building 87. Clean the world in a manner which is honorable." And then we have a little kind of stamp image there, which shows the black sun on top of a pyramid. So that's like a New World Order Illuminati kind of stuff. And so from that, we can already get a connection with zombies. Blome, which is of course referencing Kurt Blome, who was a real-life Nazi, and he does have a small reference in zombies. He is mentioned on one of the Derice posters that has like a person or a zombie on it, and I think the same poster is in Revelations, and so his name was in like a corner, it said Blome. Then of course MK Ultra, where we see a little bit of reference of that in Kino de Toten. Dead Start Walking seems like an obvious reference to zombies. Power, German knowledge, beware of the black sun. Sun of course being referenced in zombies a lot. I believe the latest reference is in Revelations, of course, where the black sun sigil is seen on Keepers and the Primus characters. And then Building 87. This is our 3rd reference to 87 in the whole series, I believe. And so, because this thing, this deciphered document, has some zombies references in it, Building 87 may also have been a reference to what these numbers stood for on the wave gun and the VR11. But unfortunately, that's pretty much it as far as the references go. And putting that all together, you don't really get much of the truth. You could possibly theorize that the Weapon 87 series was created in this Building 87, but of course, as I said, it's just a theory, and there's just not much evidence to back it. And so with that said, it does seem like this was a plot point that was going to be brought up or happen behind the scenes. Because apart from the 87 weapon series, Black Ops 1 gave a lot of the Wonder weapons some bit of backstory. The Thunder Gun made by the Ascension Group and Gersh, who also made the Gersh device. Scavenger, of course, made by Harvey Yenna. But then again, it just wasn't really delved into. Ideally, it should have been fleshed out a little bit in Black Ops 1, but it wasn't. And then of course in Black Ops 2 it was not discussed, along with a lot of other things. And then of course in Black Ops 3, with the Apothicon story going on, there was of course no chance it was going to appear. And so, our last chance or an explanation for this is within the COD Zombies comics. Now we of course will be getting 6 issues, and I'm sure at least the later issues aren't finalised on what's going to happen, what the script is going to be. And so Jason and Craig, you guys are writing the comic, and if you just somehow happen to see this, or if someone's watching this and they can somehow get a message to him, put a little stuff about the Weapon 87 series, just throw us a little bone on that. It's of course not something big that needs to be explained, because there wasn't much to it anyway, but it would be cool just to hear a little more about it. So yeah, if they haven't added anything in about it, they could possibly add a few things in about it in one of the later issues. So yeah guys, that's it about the Weapon 87 series. Again, I do want to thank Black Ops Tiger, excellent theorist. Please go check out the thread on the CODS forums, I have linked it. And it's honestly a good read, going back to some of the early stuff, especially Black Ops 1 and GK Nova 6 and all the mind control and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a good read. Anyway guys, what do you think the Weapon 87 series was? What do you think was going to happen with it? Let me know and I'll catch you all later. Cheers!